Hey everybody, welcome to Valentine TV. I know it's been a while. I've missed y'all. Um, okay, the reaction today is coming from the truth is, um, well, first I would like to say welcome to Valentine TV. I appreciate y'all stopping by. I see y'all in the bushes. Hello, hello. Um, when you come in, please don't forget to hit the subscribe, and I hope you like the video so you can hit that like button. But subscribe, subscribe, subscribe. Stuff is gonna change in a little bit. Just give me a little time, okay? The reaction today though is coming from the truth is, y'all know I love the truth is. So let's see what's going on. Cause now this one look, I believe. And y'all know if I think something ain't right, I call it out. But yeah, this is worth watching all the way through if you can, if you will. I appreciate it. So let's go ahead and get started, okay?
Popping up in several places and doing interviews here and there. He hasn't been as present as most people would expect him to be after escaping life in prison. Recently, though, Young Thug was dragged into headlines for something most people didn't expect. While Thug was enjoying his freedom, his past finally seemed to catch up to him. Just a few days ago, old footage of Thug in an interrogation room leaked online where he was saying a bit too much. Now, the entire internet is calling him a snitch and a hypocrite. But I'm not here to talk to you guys about snitching allegations.
Hey, but I will listen. Uh y'all remember when the tapes did come out about the snitching, all of that stuff, and like even Kendrick Lamar, I make Ghana wanna look like a saint, right? But hey, we can change that to Young Thug. Y'all don't come after me. I'm just doing a reaction. But listen, yeah, 2 hours, 2 hours, and you heard what he said. Then I listened to Whack 100 on Adam. I think he was on no, he was on academic show. Don't you know he talking about no, well, me and Young Thug, we tight, so I ain't gonna call him a snitch. But you gonna call Gunner a snitch. And all he said was yes, yes, and yes. You know what I'm saying? But you heard everything that Young Thug was saying to the cops. Hey Robert, what's up, Robert Jennings? Yeah, y'all heard everything that he was saying to the cops, y'all. And we only heard a little bit, but he was in there for 2 hours. 2 hours, and he wasn't, it was, I'm thinking they said that, I'm sorry, I, I apologize, that noise. But they said that he was like, what you call it? Um, volunteered. They didn't make him go. You know what I'm saying? He went up in there just to talking. Y'all heard everything he was saying. He was telling everybody. But the thing that got me, I don't care who you tell on. The thing that got me is that Whack 100. He ain't gonna call him. He wouldn't even say the word snitch. The Young Thug is a snitch. If gonna snitch, Young Thug is past the snitch. He the FBI, okay? That's the way I looked at that. And when I was watching it, I didn't couldn't really do a video yet. Y'all know I've been gone for what 3, 4 days. I apologize. I apologize. Mom's still hanging on, so don't think nah, that's not it right there. Y'all know, cause I'm gonna tell you, okay? Cause all y'all been praying for my mama. Well, just pray my strength now, cause it's all in God's hand now. But yeah, that wasn't the reason. But anyway, I mean that had something to do with it, but no, she's still here with me. Listen, Wack would not, under no circumstances, would he call. He just kept calling him his partner. That's my partner. That's what you say with the cops call each other partners. We partners. You know what I'm saying? The FBI, we partners. So what that make Wack? He couldn't even say Gunna is Gunna Young Thug. I meant Young Thug is a snitch. Wack won't say it, but that's his partner. So y'all can make that whatever you want to make it. I think Wack is. Everybody said Wack was the feds. So Gunna, well, we're gonna watch the video and y'all tell me what it. This ain't about the. Y'all just watch the video. Y'all seen the title. The title is what the video is about. I never clickbait, never, never.
I wanted to talk about the coded message Doug hid in his new upcoming album. One thing I found interesting about these snitching allegations was the timing of all of it. All of this just so happens to be going down as Doug is preparing to release his new album named UI Scuddy. Doug's new album is set to drop on October 17, 2025. Now, I clearly don't think these snitching allegations are a form of marketing. Why would Doug paint himself as a snitch? But I do feel that there's way more to all of this. I started looking deeper into Doug's album cover to see what I can find, and what I found was a rabbit hole that was so deep that ties Doug's trial to not only his new album, but even possibly these snitching allegations. Doug
Y'all, and this is also gonna let y'all know how he got out that darn trial. I mean, he went to jail. Yeah, that was part of the ritual. That was part of the ritual. He got out of look born. Anyway, they'll tell you how it goes. But because I'm not Illuminati, I don't know nothing about it. I mean, I know something about it. You know what I mean. I'm not one of them. Just listen. But this explained why he went to jail, all that stuff, all of it.
Doug's new album is full of hidden coded references that once I broke it all down, I knew I had to tell you guys. Hey guys, I hope all is well. Welcome back to The Truth Is, where I drop new videos exposing the truth
Oh,
weekly. In
sorry.
today's episode,
Sorry, y'all. I might let him listen.
we will be talking about Young Thug's new album, UI Scuddy. But before we begin, I just wanted to let my Patreon members
Okay. Now, I'm just going to skip up a little bit so we can get it right here. All right. And I think all this right here, the court, as far as the Young Thug stuff, and us saying that he crazy for taking that darn that deal for darn 15 years or 20 years or whatever probation, that was just crazy. But no, no, that wasn't crazy. That's part of the plan, huh? We gonna see.
facing a second trial. While Doug was able to take a plea deal and avoid the consequences of his crimes during his criminal RICO trial, he now seems to be going through another trial with the world finding him guilty of being a snitch. Like I said earlier, I'm not here to talk about Doug's snitching allegations though, even if it's extremely ironic that Doug claimed to disown Gunna for taking a plea deal and snitching, while he
And now he jealous of freaking. Now he jealous. Jealous want everybody to hate Ghana. No. No. No, no. Now you made Ghana Ghana look like a saint. Let's keep going.
taking a plea deal and snitching, while he himself took a plea deal and is now being accused of talking to the police in a past interrogation. It seems that Young Thug isn't what he seems to be. Those who have been watching this channel for years know that I already exposed the truth about Thug. All the way back in
I saw it.
2022, I told my subscribers that this entire arrest would end in Young Thug being freed. Now, obviously, this is what ended up happening after Young Thug took a plea deal and was sent home. Even though Thug was facing life for being the leader of a violent street gang that committed all types of crimes, including murder, the prosecution offered Thug a plea deal that allowed him to avoid prison time and set him free. Very unusual, as usually people that face criminal charges, like the ones Thug was facing, aren't given plea deals that allow them to avoid prison time.
I wonder if that lawyer is also up in there. I just wonder because they say the judges are, and some most of the lawyers are like I'm talking about Masons, Illuminati. Mason Illuminati, same thing. Okay, all right. And anyway, I could talk and talk and talk, but I want y'all to make sure y'all keep up with this video. He's so big right there. But anywho, I wonder. I look at just look at him. He looks. Mm, I'm gonna do a little Nas X because that's what he made me think of. But y'all just listen. All this was planned out by the Illuminati. Okay, all this was planned out as far as Thug. I mean, young Thug. Okay, all of it from the higher ups for Young Thug. Okay, if you haven't hit the subscribe button, like button, please do so. Thank you so much.
Thug was initially charged with RICO conspiracy, gang activity, drug, and gun charges. He was accused of leading a criminal street gang called YSL, which prosecutors allege was involved in violent crimes like murder, armed robbery, and even carjacking. He also faced charges relating to drug and gun possession. He was facing a maximum of 45 years in prison, basically life. But he would get nowhere near that amount of time after pleading guilty, which, when you consider the fact that he pleaded guilty to conspiracy to violate the RICO Act, participation in criminal street gang activity, violations of the Georgia Controlled Substance Act, and possessions of a firearm during the commission of a felony, it doesn't make any sense. Thug instead got time served and 15 years of probation.
Now, do that make sense to y'all? He ain't getting no man, please. Time served. Y'all, give me a break. That Joker, this is what they do. They help their own. It's certain hand gestures. I did a reaction to the hand gestures. The way it's some words you can speak. The judge will pick it up. Okay, I know his judge didn't look like one, but mm,
Probation. Basically, a slap on the wrist when you realize he was being accused of being a gang leader who ordered murders. Specifically, he was accused of ordering the murder of Rich Homie Quan's manager, Big Nut. I'm no lawyer, but I asked Google's AI how much time people usually get for pleading guilty to the crimes Doug pleaded guilty to. It even said that he would have faced significant prison time, not just probation. AI said this: with the typical plea deal outcomes given the severe nature of the original charges, a plea deal would likely still involve significant prison time and probation. But somehow, Young Thug got special treatment. You can
mm.
blame it on a horrible job done by the prosecution, or blame it on him being rich and having powerful lawyers with connections. But knowing what I know, I believe is something much more sinister behind him being freed, and it connects directly to his new album. I believe that it might even connect to these snitching allegations, but we will get more into that later in this video. Young
Although,
Thug's new album is called UI Scuddy. For those who don't know what this means, it is in reference to the red hypergiant star located in the Scutum constellation. It is one of the largest stars, being reported that it is 1,700 times bigger than the sun. Now, Thug previewed two album covers for this album. Today, we will be focusing on his alternative album cover that shows this image here.
y'all
This
pay
image is a
attention.
representation of the birth, death, and rebirth cycle that all of this ties into. Now, in order to see the coded message hidden in Thug's new album cover, you must first understand who he truly is and what he's a part of. Those of you who are veteran truth seekers that have watched me since 2021 should already know this. But for those of you who are new here or never watched my content on Young Thug, let me break this down real quick for you. Now, I want to make it clear that what I'm about to say isn't a conspiracy theory. This is a fact.
Okay. Y'all please pay attention because when the truth is say this is a fact, that means that joker ain't joking. I mean, now, if he don't say that, then it's conspiracy theory. But he just said this what he about to say is a freaking fact. So let's listen.
And I can say this confidently: Young Thug isn't just a street rapper. He is actually a part of the oldest and most connected secret society in America, the Freemasons. Now, I'm not saying this purely off imagery or hand gestures, even though there is a lot of that. I'm stating this because he has not only admitted it openly out of his own mouth, but also there are plenty of photos of Thug at a Masonic lodge showing his alliance. Years ago, I saw these pictures online of Thug and his crew inside of a Prince Hall Freemason lodge. For those who don't know, the Prince
Hmm. Do y'all know any of those in there? Oh, sorry. Do y'all know any of those? Like part of the YSL group? Hmm. These just certain ones that I know.
Don't know, the Prince Hall Masonic Lodge is a branch of Masonry that was initially created for black men and other minorities, as standard Masonry for a very long time didn't allow black or other men of color to join. I was able to trace these photos back to an Instagram page called Exodius Free Society that belongs to a Prince Hall Freemason member. These photos show Thug attending a Prince Hall Lodge and becoming a Master Mason, with the photos upload dating back to August 21st, 2016. In these photos, Thug could be seen holding a Freemason certificate, doing hidden hand gestures with other members, and showing his alliance. The post had this caption: "Special congratulations going out from the brothers of the Sons of Mount Sion Lodge number 7, our newly made brothers Master Mason Thugger Thugger 1 and Little Duke 60, an honor well deserved and worthy of these two noble brothers in welcoming them into the craft all over the globe." This post was letting us know that on August 21st,
Wow.
2016, Young Thug and his friend Little Duke both became Master Masons.
Freaking Master Masons. Y'all know I have to stop the video. Y'all know I have to stop it. This is a reaction. So if you want to see the whole uninterrupted, go to YouTube. The truth is over there. All right. But anyway, y'all, look at him. That's why he wasn't like so afraid and not afraid, but nervous in the court. Like I would probably be done fainted or something. But and then that's why he want everybody to hate the what's his name? Wait, Young Thug Ghana. He want everybody to hate Ghana. No. Ghana, I ain't heard nothing about Ghana being in this. I ain't see his picture, nothing. Okay? Cause the truth is show would have put his face right on up in here. I ain't gonna talk too fast cause he might. But no, Gunna went on about his business and Young Thug is whatever. He can't even sing about during pop house and robberies, nothing. Nothing. Divide and then he got all his stuff back. Everything back except for what? That darn watch. Something about that watch. People be saying that they think his sister got that watch, but I don't know. I don't know.
If this isn't enough proof for you, Young Thug himself even admitted that he's a Mason who beats all his cases in this video.
I'm a Mason. I beat all my cases. I'm a Mason. I beat all my cases. I'm a Mason. I beat all my cases.
Young Thug hasn't hidden his ties to the Freemasons. He has flooded his music videos with Masonic imagery. For example, in Thug's video for Up featuring Lil Uzi Vert, Young Thug utilizes several symbols associated with the occult and Freemasonry. In the video, we can find the one-eye symbolism when the camera zooms into Thug's eye. This symbolism connects back to the Eye of Horus, otherwise known as the all-seeing eye. He also shows the checkerboard floor, a symbol Masons commonly use to symbolize duality. The checkerboard floor could also be found at every Masonic lodge, which to me indicates that this was supposed to represent a Masonic lodge. He also depicts the owl, which is a symbol of knowledge, enlightenment, and seeing in the dark. Also, a woman wearing horns that represents the Baphomet imagery. This video was released back in 2018, less than 2 years after Thug became.
Y'all remember the Baphomet? The Baphomet, half a man, half woman. So when when they are saying that Young Thug is a you know, dang, what can you call him? Part of the dang it, the GAY. He's GAY, okay? When they say that he's like part of the community, then I believe it. I believe it because it's the only way that you're gonna be one of these, okay? I can't say all the words on YouTube, right?
Became a Master Mason. This is why this music video is full of Masonic symbols. Now, one thing that all Freemasons do as they go up in degrees is participate in ceremonial esoteric rituals, with one of the main rituals Masons perform being the death and rebirth ritual. This ritual is supposed to represent the moment a Mason kills off their current self, symbolically dies, and finds enlightenment, and then is resurrected. This is called the death and rebirth ritual. It's a cycle of three that represents birth, death, and rebirth. When a Freemason joins a lodge, they have to go through the first 3 degrees, which represent this death and rebirth. The third degree represents the process of this death and rebirth ritual, when a Mason becomes an official third degree Master Mason. Now, this isn't the top of Masonry, but the beginning. Becoming a Master Mason allows you to go through the higher degrees. During the third degree, the candidate is symbolically killed, where in death or in the darkness, they discover the hidden information or what is lost, meaning they find enlightenment. Once they find that enlightenment, they are then resurrected or reborn as a new godly enlightened version of themselves.
All right, and Young Thug, his passing, as they want to say, is when he went to jail. Okay, that was the dark side. So that's the part they gonna say was the unaliving part. Okay, all right, just keep watching. You'll understand.
This is not only what Thug's new album is about, but his entire arrest and everything that is going on with him now. It was all a ritual. This is something Young Thug let us know before he went to jail. Some of you might remember that not long before Thug was arrested, he started promoting an upcoming album he claimed he was working on. This was the album cover, a picture of Young Thug covered in blood. This album cover was supposed to represent the start of the death and
See, the rebirth. Remember, when you come out your mama's womb, what is all over you? Okay.
birth ritual, showing his symbolic birth and death. When we are born, we are often covered in our mother's blood. We are also born clueless or without knowledge, and we have to learn. This album cover represents that initial birth. When he eventually went to jail, this was the second phase of the ritual, and it represents finding the knowledge while in death. In the occult, prison is often seen as the darkness, isolation that leads to finding enlightenment. This is how it's described. A prison represents the mundane world, or the limited consciousness from which the soul seeks to escape through the process of spiritual death and rebirth. It is a powerful metaphor for spiritual entrapment and the necessary self-destruction of the ego to achieve true liberation. In the Buddhist religion, the concept of samsara is a cycle of birth, death, and rebirth, driven by karma. Occult and esoteric interpretations equate this relentless cycle of reincarnation with a spiritual prison, or the prison of samsara, from which the soul seeks to escape through enlightenment. When Thug was released from prison, he was reborn. A new enlightened Young Thug rose from the ashes. His entire arrest was a part of this ritual, and he basically confirms this by using the UI Scuddy imagery for his new album. This UI Scuddy star is depicting this birth, death, and rebirth. On the album cover, we see the UI Scuddy star with 3 strange images on it. The first image represents the birth, the second the death, and the third the rebirth. Now, when we go deeper into the symbology of the UI Scuddy star, we discover more that proves this connection. Young Thug named his album UI Scuddy after a red supergiant star, one of the largest known stars in the universe. He revealed the title through a series of cryptic social media posts and the use of jerseys featuring the name, with the title also representing a major turning point as he resumed his music career after being released from prison. The important part of this statement is the major turning point and his new music after being released from jail. Now, in the
Yeah, because y'all see, once he came out of the jail, the judge ordered that he couldn't sing about certain stuff. So now he has to sing about new kind of music, new stuff. So that's what I'm thinking.
occult, UI Scuddy has a deep significance. In the occult, the UI Scuddy star represents symbolic destruction, rebirth, or cosmic gateways. Occultists interpret its immense size, fiery red glow, and position in the sky as symbols for the trilogy ritual. Since red supergiants eventually collapse in supernova, occultists sometimes connect them with themes of apocalypse, transformation, and divine fire. Red supergiants like the UI Scuddy are sometimes called cosmic furnaces in esoteric traditions. They embody creation and destruction, and it also represents as above, so below. Their life cycle mirrors human occult initiations, like the death of the ego and the rebirth into higher knowledge. UI Scuddy is often used in end-time theories as a celestial warning sign or a marker of coming global transformation, which is exactly why Thug is using it. The UI Scuddy sits in the constellation Scutum, Latin for shield. In the occult, shields often symbolize protection, defense against unseen forces, and spiritual warfare.
Okay, I know it seems boring probably, but y'all remember, he's telling y'all why Young Thug named his new album this, okay? And what it means. So Young Thug ain't really worried about going to prison or anything. He ain't worried about it. He's reborn again. You know what I'm saying? He's reborn. And he wants everybody to hate everybody but no. And then he didn't want nobody to know that he was GAY. Yes, he is. Okay. All right, let's keep going. And y'all, please hit the subscribe button. I would appreciate it so much.
Some esoteric writers tie Scudam to the idea of a cosmic shield between order and chaos, which makes UI Scuddy the most powerful star in the constellation, and symbolically important as the heart or fire of that shield. In Masonry, the shield of Scudam has a significant purpose. Masons claim the shield protects hidden truths. In the sky, Scudam literally shields UI Scuddy. It's also a reminder that even the mightiest star, man, or empire must fall.
Yeah.
This ties to the alchemist's death and rebirth cycles, better known as Solve et Coagula, which is seen on the Baphomet. And it also connects to the Masonic initiation. One must symbolically die to be remade into higher knowledge. Scudam as the shield represents the final barrier an initiate must pass through before enlightenment, a cosmic trial by fire. Just like Young Thug went through before this album, Young Thug's trial was the final process of the ritual before being reborn as an enlightened being. His album cover through a cold Masonic lens represents Scudam, the cosmic lodge shield, UI Scuddy, the blazing star within the shield, representing the idea that the ultimate truth is both shielded and revealed through destruction and rebirth, which is a supernova cycle. The album cover and title is letting us know that he is reborn, and he himself is UI Scuddy, the supernova star. He is telling us that he has achieved enlightenment. Now, you may be thinking that all of this is crazy, because why would he put himself in jail and go through all that?
Exactly. And I know people are thinking that this is crazy. It is not. Just listen. And well, we've seen it. We've all seen it. The trial, look how long it lasted. And look at how the show went. It was a show. It seemed like a show. The lawyer going to jail, all that. Man, let's just keep going, y'all.
Well, he did it because he had no choice. This was his path he chose when he joined the Freemasons. Plus, the Freemasons run the justice system. They're the ones truly pulling the strings. Most powerful judges are Masons, and most high ranking law enforcement are also a part of it. This was all orchestrated for Thug to go through this ritual. This is why, at the end, with all the proof they had against him, he escaped life in prison. Now, this isn't meant for the average person to understand, but essentially, Young Thug did all of this as a ritual, and he now believes he is a transcendent god.
He thinks he's a transcendent God. Okay? Now look at his lawyer beside him. The man of steel, as they say. No. No. And look, Thug already know. He already know he ain't got nothing to worry about. He done made it out to jail. He did the ritual. He did it all. Right? And like Robert said, let's see. When you get your freedom snatched from you, it puts you back into reality and make you realize it ain't worth jeopardizing your freedom. Yeah, and also um Thug, he was not worried. He already knew he was getting out. He knew he was getting out. Man, this it was all a show for us, y'all. And they did a great job because I was all in it.
Now, what's interesting is that this album is set to drop in October, with headlines already claiming that Young Thug will address these snitching allegations in his new album. I wouldn't be surprised if this is all a part of this album ritual. One thing is for sure, Thug is a Freemason puppet who now believes he has transcended into a literal god. Well, I'm gonna end this one here. I want to thank you all for watching.
Okay, I thought I had more than that, but evidently I don't. But y'all buy the album if you want to. And I know some of y'all probably got the other one, the rebirth one, right? But anyway, thank y'all for coming over. I appreciate it. I saw y'all in the bush. I saw you. coming in and out. But anyway, thank y'all, and I want to thank my friend Robert Jennings, even though I don't know what he looked like or nothing. But anyway, that's my buddy. Thank you for coming over, keeping me company. I appreciate it. As always, I appreciate it. And I want to thank everybody who subscribed and hit that like button. I appreciate it. And I'll be back shortly, okay? Thank y'all so much for coming to Valentine TV. All right. Bye y'all.